Have you ever noticed something strange? You go for walks, you stay active, yet your legs still feel heavy after sitting for a while. Your feet feel colder than they used to, or those first few steps feel slower than expected. Many adults over 60 assume walking is enough to keep circulation strong. And walking does help, but walking is only part of the story. There is another circulation system working quietly in the background. Some experts even refer to the calf muscles as a second heart because they help move blood upward through the legs. When that system becomes less active, the legs can begin feeling heavier and less responsive, even in people who stay active. The good news is that simple movements can help wake it up again. Today, I'll show you 3 easy exercises that support the circulation system walking often misses. And the final one is where many people notice the biggest difference. But it all starts with a small muscle pump in the lower legs that many people rarely think about. The first exercise is called the heel raise. It may look simple, but it targets the muscle pump that helps support circulation in the lower legs. Walking uses these muscles every day. But for many adults, that pumping system becomes less active than it used to be. That is one reason the legs can feel heavier after sitting or slower during those first few steps. Heel raises help wake that system back up. Here's how to do it safely. Stand behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Place your feet about hip-width apart. Rest your hands lightly for balance. Now slowly lift your heels until you are standing on the balls of your feet. Pause briefly at the top. Then lower your heels with control. Try not to rush. And avoid letting your heels drop too quickly. Start with 10 to 12 repetitions. As you move, pay attention to your calves. See if you can feel them working a little more with each repetition. Many people notice warmth in the lower legs afterward. Others notice their legs feel lighter when they begin walking again. Those small changes often mean this circulation system is becoming more active. But what happens during the hours when you're sitting instead of moving? That is where the next exercise can make a surprising difference. The second exercise is called the seated heel raise. Many adults spend more time sitting than they realize. A long breakfast, an afternoon watching television, a quiet moment with a book. During those times, the circulation system in the lower legs naturally becomes less active. That doesn't mean anything is wrong. It simply means the muscles supporting circulation are not being used very much. That's what makes this exercise so helpful. It activates the same muscle pump as the heel raise, but from a comfortable seated position. Because it feels easy to do, many people find it easier to practice throughout the day. Let's walk through it step by step. Sit in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor. Keep your back comfortably tall. Now slowly lift your heels while keeping the balls of your feet on the ground. Pause briefly at the top. Then lower your heels with control. Avoid bouncing, and try to keep the movement smooth and steady. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions. As you continue, pay attention to your lower legs. You may notice the muscles becoming more active with each repetition. Some people notice their feet feel warmer afterward. Others notice it feels easier to get up and start moving again. Small improvements like that can add up throughout the day. But strong circulation depends on more than a healthy muscle pump. It also depends on how well the legs move together once you're back on your feet. And that's exactly where the final exercise comes in. The third exercise is called marching in place. This is where many people start noticing how circulation and movement work together. Circulation benefits when the hips, thighs, and lower legs work together during movement. That is one reason your legs often feel better after a good walk. The difference is that marching slows everything down and makes each step more deliberate. Instead of moving forward automatically, your body has to control each lift and each landing. That helps wake up muscles that support both circulation and walking. In fact, this is often the exercise where people notice the biggest difference. Here's a simple way to do it. Stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart. If needed, stand near a chair or countertop for support. Slowly lift one knee a few inches off the floor. Lower it back down with control. Then lift the other knee. Continue alternating sides in a slow and comfortable rhythm. There is no need to move quickly or lift your knees very high. Focus on smooth movement and steady control. Start with about 20 slow steps. As you move, pay attention to how your legs feel. See if they begin feeling warmer. See if your steps feel a little lighter. Many people expect circulation improvements to show up while sitting, but they often notice them while moving. Their legs feel more responsive. Their steps feel smoother, and everyday walking feels a little more comfortable. That happens because the muscles supporting circulation are beginning to work together again. And when you combine this movement with the first two exercises, you create a simple routine that helps support better circulation throughout the day. Let's quickly put all three movements together. Together, these three simple movements help support the circulation system that walking often misses. Heel raises help wake up the muscle pump in the calves. Seated heel raises help keep that system active during the hours when you're sitting more than moving. And marching in place helps connect circulation with the natural rhythm of walking. Walking remains one of the best things you can do after 60. But walking works even better when the systems supporting it stay active too. Stay consistent, keep moving, and give your body time to respond. Thank you for being here today. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.